The hour 6 o'clock having arrived, we'll call the regular meeting of the Sherman Village Board to order. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
Village President Felter?
Yes. 7 members being present, a quorum being established, we're going to proceed with the order of business as set forth on the agenda. For the record, today is Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. We're at Sherman Village Hall, 401 St. John's Drive in Sherman, Illinois. Time is 6 o'clock. It's a regular meeting. That moves us along the agenda to the Pledge of Allegiance. If everybody stand, face the flag. You there. Mr. Lucas, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Need to set the agenda. Again, this agenda has been posted 48 hours in advance of the meeting in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. There's going to be no action items added to this agenda unless they're of an emergency purpose. There is none this evening. Any trustees seeking recognition or for discussion purposes only to be added to the agenda? Nothing. So the chair would entertain a motion to set the agenda. Trustee Gray has made a motion, seconded by Trustee Hahn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, ayes have it. The agenda is set. Go to the clerk's report. Let's do that real fast. The presentation of the July 20th, 2021 public hearing meeting minutes. Those will be the budget meeting minutes. Any discussion, any corrections? Nothing? Need a motion to approve the July 20th, 2021 public hearing minutes. Trustee Tim makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Long. Clerk, call the roll.
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. Minutes are adopted. Item number 2, presentation of the July 20th, 2021 regular board meeting minutes. Any additions, corrections? Seeing none, the chair will entertain a motion to approve those July 20th, 2021 regular board meeting minutes. Trustee Rockford, make a motion. Second by Trustee Schultz.
I wasn't here, so I don't want to make a motion.
All right, Trustee Gray. Trustee Gray seconds. Clerk, call the roll. I'm
Trustee
trying to
Gray?
spread the love around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wake us up.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
All right, 6 members voting yes, none voting no. Those minutes are adopted. The next item is the presentation of bills for approval. Chief, anything on your police department bills, administrator, clerk, anybody, anything to point out, any questions, any trustees? Okay, so we need a motion to approve the bills. Is there a motion to approve the bills? Trustee Gray makes a motion, seconded by Trustee Hahn. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
Okay, we have 6 members voting yes, none voting no. The bills are approved for payment. There's no treasurer's report this evening. Village engineer has the evening off. Legal same. Village administrator, economic development coordinator, anything?
No, sir.
All right, moves us to the president's report. Fiscal year 20 audit presentation. We have Chad Lucas from Sikich is here. He's asking you to come forward. Pretty much got the same program you've done for in years past. And then trustees, if you have any questions or anything, you can stop him as he's going through it, or you can wait till the end and when the report concludes and then ask it. But the floor is yours.
Okay. Thanks for having me tonight. So we have for you tonight the presentation of the FY20 audit. We had some delays in getting some information, and so we went through these drafts in detail. These are drafts still. We were getting some final paperwork yet today, and so these didn't get finalized because we had a couple of items to clear up. But these should be finalized tomorrow. So. A couple of items that I think you've had copies of these, but as I mentioned, we went through these with Mike and with Tiffany in detail last week, and Trevor as well last week. And so there's a couple of documents in here, some communication of management letter comments. A lot of these comments are repeat comments from last year. We talked with Tiffany and Mike, and we're going to try and resolve some of these. They've included some responses to those comments in the current year report. So you can see those in the revised drafts that we received. The audit report itself is an independent auditor's report. It's the only thing here that's ours. It includes our auditor's opinion. It says it's an unmodified opinion, which means that it's fairly presented based on our audit procedures. It's the same statements that we've had in the past. It includes your general fund, your sewer fund, your TIF fund, your motor fuel tax fund, so all the same information that's included in the past. As I mentioned before, this is FY 20's audit report, so we're behind, and we talked this week or last week, and we're gonna get caught up for FY 20 here in the next month or so.
Okay. Any questions? Anybody? Nothing? So we need to, well, this is still in draft form, right?
Yeah, there won't be any changes from the reports that you received. We were waiting for the final attorney letter, which we got this afternoon. That's just the reason it wasn't finalized.
So should I adopt this tonight? Should we, not I, but we, or wait till the next meeting in 2 weeks? There's nothing's gonna change, right?
No.
Okay, well,
Well,
we
we
can
won't
just,
have it available for public inspection until after the finalizing.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
we'll
you
wait.
don't have- you don't have-
Let them have it finalized,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we'll
once
wait.
we
Our
approve
next
it, then
meeting
it's
is
on the
2 weeks.
website, and I don't wanna do that if it's,
I agree.
and you said nothing's gonna change, but
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll just wait tonight, so.
Okay.
All right, well, you're free to go then.
Thank you.
I have a quick question. You said you were starting on the next years. Have you already gotten preliminary information for 21?
No, we haven't got that information. We were trying to get focused on finalizing this before we started, but when we met last week, we talked about a plan to get started on it. So,
Okay, but the expectations next 3 or 4 weeks, you'll have at least preliminary information to begin the 21.
yeah, we talked that, we'd like to get back to meeting the deadline,
Right.
and we're gonna try our best to do that.
Okay. Very good.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate working with you, as always.
Thanks.
It's a very good working relationship. Everything flows pretty well. All right, so let's move along. We're going to table item number 2. We're going to table item number 3. Go to item number 4. That's the administration police department phone service change. So staff is requesting and asking for authorization for us to change from the AmeriCall old outdated phone system that we've had for, it's been a long time, right? I mean, I think
How long has it been?
that's a
Well,
long
since we
time.
moved into that building in 2012, and it's, we've done a lot of Band-Aids to the system, and it's expensive to fix, and it's failing.
So there's a new system that is called, refresh me,
It's through a company called Agility out of Springfield, Illinois.
it's a local company, Agility.
It will replace all of our hardware, which is currently completely out of date. We still operate off of a voice message machine here. We have no ability to forward anything from one to another. So when someone calls in, they have to listen to my voice for at least 3 minutes when we first started, then I broke it down to 30 seconds. But it doesn't give them an opportunity to contact the right people. So it's going to be a better service to the community when they call in. They can call directly by pressing 1, 2, 3, however we want to set it up, to those individuals. It will also have each individual officer and each employee have their own voice message system as well. They can access anywhere in the world. So whether you're here or in Mexico, it doesn't matter. Hopefully no one's responding when they're in Mexico. But at least it gives us that flexibility. It is a lot more remote system. The system we have currently right now is an old system. I think we got from probably some warehouse that had it some time, just to have a system. And Cascon provides the service currently. We currently pay about $390, $400 a month in the service for the systems that we have for police, EMA, and for public works and administration. To purchase the new phones through Cascon, through a third-party vendor, is going to be about $3,000. Agility came forward. They came up with a plan that also would take over the AmeriCall system, which is outdated, as the chief said. Very, very expensive to update and replace. You can't just have the service, you gotta buy the hardware, and the hardware is very expensive. This would actually take over from that system and provide an additional safety net, especially during, emergency or critical times for both EMA and for policing, which you would have that system available regardless of the conditions. So that system over a 3-year period would be about $12,877. The current system we're in with the purchase of new phones would be about $17,000. The village would save about $4,000 with this new system. We are told by Agility, although we haven't seen it, we've seen it in writing with them under the contract they want us to sign for the 3-year agreement, but they're willing to also provide updates to our service system in the event that technology does change. Again, this will put us into a much better phone system at less cost over the 3-year period.
Is this a VoIP type system?
Yep, it's a voice IP program, absolutely.
They also provided us a model phone to play with at the police department.
Well, they provided you with one.
Yeah. It was cool, Mike.
Is there problems with, like, when power goes out, that the
This-
phones are down?
No.
Well, we've got the emergency generator at the PD, we fire up.
Fire up?
It powers the whole building.
You gotta start it yourself, or?
Yeah, it's not an automatic thing, because it's
You gotta
a
crank it.
generator, but it does, it powers the whole facility.
Yeah.
It's large generator, but, yeah, we have to do that.
There's no way that we could get something.
Well,
to
you
take
know,
it
I
on?
had thought that initially, but, because I'd have like one of the natural gas kind of generators at
Yeah.
home and everything, with the
Yeah.
on and everything, but, you know, the problem with that is if you have a tornado, what's the first thing they do? They shut the gas off.
Yeah,
So,
Another thing is that generator we got, which is like a $40,000 generator that we got for $12,000, I believe.
yeah.
It's diesel, isn't it?
It's diesel, but diesel can have automatic startups, that's not a problem.
I just know.
This one is ex-military, not capable of, or wasn't designed for that. And that's the reason why we have to manually start it up and manually engage the transfer station. But we do have UPSs on critical equipment like the sirens and radios, which will hold for at least 15 to 30 minutes, which is plenty of time for us to get the generator up and running.
Is this a lease, we would own equipment?
You can purchase the equipment at the end of the term of the 3 years, but you can also update it to the next version at no additional cost,
So basically, it's just a continuation of the lease.
just like we do with our copiers.
I think the other thing to mention is on the AmeriCall system that we have right now, some of the circuit boards, they don't make anymore. So in order to repair it, it's basically a Band-Aid approach. They try to find older systems with spare parts and fix it. So we're just not sure what's gonna happen the next time we have a breakdown. It's just gonna be harder and harder to fix.
All right. Are we now ready to get a new phone system? Are you guys comfortable? What's the terms and conditions of this contract? 3-year contract?
3-year contract
How much is it?
for a monthly amount of $357 a month.
Cheaper than we're paying now.
Cheaper than we're paying now.
Yeah. So,
And you get new hardware.
But you don't own it,
What's that?
but you don't own it, right?
What's
The
that?
hardware, you don't own it, we don't own it.
We own the stuff we have now.
I mean, through.
no, she said you don't.
Leasing.
Right, you lease it,
Yeah.
right. This day and age, you really don't want to own it.
No, she has.
Right.
Would be outdated.
It'd be outdated.
Yeah.
It'd be like the American system, right?
It's like buying a new computer, the moment I turn it on, it's outdated.
Sounds good.
All right, Brett just made a motion. He raised his hand to accept the terms and conditions of the, what's this company?
Agility,
Agility, to enter into a contract with Agility for a term of 3 years. The price that was quoted, I don't know, does that increase or is that fixed for 3 years?
that's fixed for 3 years.
All right, so there's the motion. Second, trustee Rockford seconds the motion. Any further discussion? Hearing none? No, nothing else, right?
No.
All right, clerk call the roll.
Trustee Gray.
Yes.
Trustee Hahn.
Yes.
Trustee Long.
Yes.
Trustee Rockford.
Yes.
Trustee Schultz.
Yes.
Trustee Tim.
Yes.
All right, very good. 6 members voting yes, none voting no. That, initiative is accepted and we move forward. Next thing is to authorize the hire of a full-time police officer to fill a vacant position. This is for Officer Byerline, right? So
Correct.
Officer Byerline, Nick Byerline left and went to the county, Sangamon County. We need to backfill his position. Chief, Deputy
Yep.
Chief Entringer, who else interviewed?
The three of us.
And Mr. Stratton interviewed a couple individuals, I believe, narrowed it down to one, and then I went in and had a meeting with him. I don't know if you met with him, did you?
I did not.
Okay.
I was able to.
He's a very good officer. He comes from he's a full-time police officer from from Athens Police Department. He's actually a Sherman resident. His wife is a resident in the emergency room at, where did he say? Which one? Memorial, maybe?
I believe so.
So she's a doctor, becoming a doctor essentially. Super good guy, very good background. Nothing to report outside of he checks out very good references, all that stuff. So his name's Christopher Thomas. He lives in Britton Place. I'm not going to say a specific address, but he's coming in on the lateral transfer program at a starting rate of $21.95 per hour per the labor agreement. That's about all I have to add. Is there any discussion? This is going to keep happening because policing is seeing a lot of officers leave the profession or go to other jobs outside of policing, and they're backfilling from the good departments. Capitol Police are gonna be hiring 14 officers. I was just down there today. I think the Sangamon County Sheriff's Department's hiring another 7 very quickly. So my guess is we're probably gonna be sitting here doing this over and over again in the future because we have very good officers. But with our salaries getting up there, staying competitive and having a good community to police, hopefully that retains them. But that being said, we need a motion to bring on Christopher Thomas in a full-time police officer position at a rate of $21.95 per labor agreement per our lateral transfer program. Is there a motion to that effect? Trustee Tim will make a motion. Is there a second? Seconded by Trustee Hahn. Clerk call the roll.
Trustee Gray?
Yes.
Trustee Hahn?
Yes.
Trustee Long?
Yes.
Trustee Rockford?
Yes.
Trustee Schultz?
Yes.
Trustee Tim?
Yes.
6 members voting yes, none voting no. Officer Thomas will be offered officially full-time employment, and Chief, you're directed to execute anything and everything that's required accordingly. The Sherman Police Department, Chief, you have anything?
Just real quick, I don't want to speak long or take up too much time, but tomorrow, Mike Moser and myself are going to meet with Aaron Intringer and discuss some of the details in relation to our critical incident over the weekend, in which a homicide suspect was located at the southbound rest area, and our officers were involved in it. So I just wanted to kind of bring up the fact that we had a large police presence in the neighborhood, and it was quickly locked down in terms of the traffic control on Zimmerman and access to that area. And our police department did serve as emergency operations center. There was 30 some troopers there at the end of it. Large contingent of state police. But anyway, I just wanted to mention it and say that there will probably be some forthcoming executive brief or something with some more detail. But subject was in custody, and they actually interviewed him up at our place some hours later afterwards and transported him back to Peoria County.
Questions? All right, thank you, Chief. Good work. Emergency management, Mr. Mosey, anything?
Nothing further other than just to thank the board and the mayor for the investments you made in the EOC, in the sense that obviously what Craig was referring to, we'll get into it more later. Some of the things we've done were an asset to the state police, and they were very complimentary about it, including some of the field equipment that we were able to pull in. It's simple stuff, but you know, an extra power strip is something that becomes valuable when all of a sudden there's 30 people in there with all their equipment. things like that. So it's because of the foresight that the board had in allowing us to purchase these items. And one of the reasons for the meeting is not only review operations, but see what our shortfalls could be and how we can improve even more so. And we might have another wish list coming up in the near future. Heads up!
All right, thank you, sir. Public Works has the evening off, no new business, no old business, no civic organizations. Brings us to public comment period. One individual signed in maybe to speak. Ms. Walden, would you like to address the board?
Yeah, I came in and talked to Mike about the dog breeder next door and emailed him, but I never heard anything back as far as if anything, if you touched base with her and.
I haven't had the opportunity to touch base with Ricky. I know you said he was out that day mowing or something, but I didn't have the opportunity to leave the office that day. But I will follow up with you.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Ms. Walden. There's no executive session this evening. Brings us to the adjournment resolution. Is there any further business to come before the board? Seeing none, the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn. Trustee Rockford makes a motion, seconded by trustee Tim. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Hang on one second. I'm gonna make one quick announcement before I actually formally adjourn us. On Friday, September 17th, State Senator Sally Turner and State Representative Tim Butler are going to be using our pavilion at the Sherman Village Park to have a coffee and conversation. So it is from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Everybody's welcome to attend. Again, September 17th, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. State Rep Butler, State Senator Sally Turner. That being said, the ayes have it. We're adjourned.